corporate as well as the teaching institute.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, in teaching, in career coach, counseling, as well as the training and placement department. So I have these more than plus 7 years of experience into those total field. So I have worked with very different corporate and the colleges into these training and placement and career coach and these department. Okay, so what is our today's webinar topic? It's how to prepare for our virtual interviews. Okay, so this is the topic for today's webinar, how to prepare for a virtual interview. So first I just want to tell you what is the virtual interview and what are our today's learning objective. So today's learning objective is the how to prepare for the virtual interview. What is virtual interview? What are the process is required for the virtual interview, and what are the preparation required for that interview. So now everyone can see the first slide, the learning objectives.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, fine, sure. Okay, so after that we will see what are the technology tips we have to require at the time of the virtual interview. What are the things we have to what are the tips according to the technology base. After that we can see what are the practical based tips for the interview preparation. Then we will see the practice, what kind of practice required at the time of the virtual interview. Then what are the things of do's or don'ts point for that kind of interview. Okay, after that we will have a discussion round for the question answer. If you have any kind of question, so you can ask at that time. Okay, so first we start with the how to prepare for the virtual interview. So first thing is this, what is virtual interview? Okay, so what is the virtual interview? The meaning of the virtual interview is this: when any HR, any recruiter, or any hiring manager, they want to connect with the candidate through the virtual media. Virtual media, it means virtual platform as Zoom, Google Meet, or Skype, maybe video calls. So these are the digital platform in where right now we conducted most of the HR, they just prefer to conduct the interviews. Okay, so after the COVID situation, the things are differently changed in the virtual world. In the previous scenario, what is the method or what is the scenario for the interviews? It means you have applied for any position. You see there is an opening and you have applied for this. So after that, you have received a mail or call that on this date you have an interview. Okay, so on the same date you just go to the office and you just wait to the reception. Okay, now today is my interview, so I have to wait in the reception. When your turns come, then you go for the interview, and after that the interview process started. But in the virtual world, things are changed, little bit changed, but not exactly. In the previous manner, as you go to the reception, you go to the company, you go to the reception, you have to wait in the reception. In the similar way, in virtual world, you have to wait in the lobby, in the virtual lobby. Okay, as right now I can see there are 6 to 7 students before the meeting is going to start. They are into the waiting lobby. So in the similar way, now the reception waiting room is converted into the virtual lobby. Okay, and when you enter in the room, in the previous scenario, when you enter in the room, so that is the first impression to the HR and the concerned person. Okay, this is the candidate, he or she is come for the interview. And now the first impression that is shows through your DP. Okay, so we have shared that registration link to you on your Gmail ID or maybe on WhatsApp, or so you have connected through that registration link. So on your registration link, I can see some of the student, their name is AK, the Vicky, so I can see their names, but some of the students use their DP. So this is also a first kind of impression. Okay, so it means you have to prepare in both of the terms. The virtual world, now you have to follow the similar things as the previous interview is going on, but the thing is different. Now you have to wait in the virtual lobby, and your DP, it shows your first impression, how you prepare for the interview. And now we can start the what are the different process or what are the different stages for the preparation. Okay, for the virtual interview. In the normal interview or virtual interview, there are three stage for the preparation: before the interviews, ongoing process, or after the interview. Okay, so in before the interview, it means when you have applied for any position, so you know what is the profile. Okay, what are the job role. So your first thing you have to done before the interview, you have to do the research. Okay, so you have to do the research, you have to find out what is the company, what is the company profile, what is the JD profile, what is the job role, and the company detail. Okay, what kind of company is this, what product, what are the product of this company. So at least you have 20 to 30% knowledge before the interview, okay, about the company. Okay, this is the company, this is the location, this is the GD, and you know about the job role because you have applied for this profile, so you know at least before this thing. So before your interview, you have first thing you have to do the research about the company, about the job role. You have to prepare with your resume. You at least have your hard copy of your resume at the time of the interview, and the second thing is body language and all these things. Okay, and at the time of ongoing process, if you applied for the technical profile or maybe some other profile, so that will the question answer round. Okay, so that is the middle preparation. It means as per your subjects, and the body language also, or behavior. These are the ongoing process interview. You have to prepare about these things. And after the interview you have to wait for your result. Okay, so how you patience, it's a measure about mostly about your patience and how you can patient for the interview result, and how you do the follow-ups, how you wait for that interview result and the preparation, that kind of preparation. Okay, so there are basically the three stages at so we have to behave like this. We have to prepare accordingly before, after, and in between. Okay, so these are the three different stages. Now we first saw what are the different preparation we have to done in terms of technology. Okay, so we have to set our technology, what are the different preparation we have to do for the virtual interview. Okay, suppose today interview we have done on Zoom software. Okay, so first thing we have to download or test our technology in advance. Okay, so if someone they don't have the Zoom software, so they have to download one day before, so that they can do the practice. Okay, on which software you are doing that your interview, on that software, that app you have to download, you have to test in advance. The second thing, make sure your webcam, okay, your webcam, or if you are doing from the system, so your webcam is working properly. The next thing is your audio video. You have to check your audio or video if it is proper or not. Okay, if you want to increase the sound quality, so you can use the headphone or headset to improve the sound quality. The next thing is the internet connection. Okay, if you are doing the virtual interview, so your network connection should be good. Okay, so you know about it means sometimes most of the students they just use the from the phone. Okay, so sometimes the network is not there, so you have to select the proper place where the network connection is stable. The next is no extra app, window, tab are open, because there is lots of distraction. Okay, suppose you are working, you are doing an interview, and from second tab there is one message or one notification they are come out. So you have a little bit distracted through that. So at the time of interview, just try one thing: there is no tab, no app is open on that particular time period. Okay, after that you can start. There is no issue. And all the notification on your Gmail, you have signed up lots of many things, so try to pause all the notification till that time duration. And one more thing, that your phone is on the silent mode. Okay, so sometime if when your interview is going on, and there is any phone is coming, so you may be distracted that time also, so you just keep in mind that your phone are on silent mode. Okay, so these are the some technology kind of preparation you have to prepare, you have to require at the time of before the interview. You have to prepare all these things. Okay, so now next we see what are the practical tips, or what are the practical requirement, what are the practical preparation we have to do at the time of interview. So we have to set a stage, set our stage, set up our space. So first thing, find out a clean and quiet location with the minimal distraction. Okay, so find out at that place, and inform and alert your family member that from this time duration, for maybe from this 1 hour or 2 hour, you have an interview, virtual interview. Please don't disturb me for at least this time period. Okay, because if someone enters in the room, or if there any kind of restriction, so your interview is hamper, or HR they can easily understand. Okay, so these are not the serious student. Okay, so first thing, you have to find out the quiet space where you can perform your interview clearly. Okay. Second thing, you have to wear the professional attires. Okay. You are doing the virtual interview, but that is not the meaning that you can wear anything, any casual dress. Okay. You have to be in the presentable form. So your the clothes should be professional. You have to wear the professional dress at the time of your virtual interview. Then check your lighting system. Lighting, don't underestimate the lighting part, because lighting part is very important. So if suppose there is light on your backside, so your image is blurred sometimes. Okay, so you have to prepare for that as well. Check the lighting section as well. Okay, the next thing, the virtual background. Yeah, sometime background in, hello, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and
Yes,
slide is
yes,
also,
yes.
and you can see all the slides, right?
Yes, yes,
Hello.
visible.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So all good. If you have any question or any doubts, you can ask.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, okay, fine. So next point, pass on. Next is the virtual background. In the sometime we have to use the virtual background, or if you have any plain, as in my background I have a plain wall, so we can use that as well. Okay, but don't use any curtains and all these things in the background, so this impact not very good in the interviewer. Okay, so try to make the plain background, otherwise on a virtual, there are lots of virtual background is also available for the different applications. Okay, then one more thing, just keep yourself in center. Okay, your videos, your image in the center, in the middle of the camera and the screen. Okay, and one more thing, you have to confirm the date, time, and the video interview links, on which system or which registration, no, which link your interview is going on. Maybe some interview they want to prefer the Google Meet, some Zoom meeting, team software, so you have to check prior that what is the interview link, on which software, what is the date, and what are the time. For suppose there is a single interview, it means one-to-one interview. Suppose in one-to-one interview, so you have a time slot. Okay, in 3 to 4 my interview is all scheduled, so at 5 minutes before you have started, or you have just wait, log in through that link. Okay, but if there are 10 to 15 students in one interview, okay, in a single interview, suppose there are 10 to 12 students, so the time limit is different. It means from 3 to 3:10, the student A, he is going to perform. Then 3:10 to 3:20, the student B. So there is a patience. It means you have to show some patience. Okay, in 5 minutes, my round is my turn is coming. So you have to be patient about the timing as well. Okay, so you have to be in mind. I just want to explain one of my experience. In last month, I was conducted one interview with IT-based company, Ahmedabad-based IT company. And I think in that interview, 50 to 60 students have applied. First round was the written exam. So after that written exam, 12 students are passed out. Okay, and I have to schedule their 12 student virtual interview, and we have connected through the Google Meet. So I have scheduled their timing. Okay, after 10 minutes, each student they have to enter in the system, enter in the lobby, and we allow the candidate. After that, they can continue for the interview. But out of 12 students, only 4 to 5 students they are in proper uniform. It means the proper way that how the interview perform, and remaining students they just very casual in the uniform. One or two girls they just into the crop dress. So this is not the proper way. It means how to do the virtual. Yeah, I know this is a virtual interview, but it's not meaning that you can come and you just perform. Okay, it's kind of, this is a WhatsApp video call. Not when you come for the video interview, so you have to be prepared. You have to be on time, on proper uniform and proper attires. At least the atmosphere of the interview is good. Okay, so that the HR is also understand. Okay, so this student is serious or not. In the first impression, they can see. Okay, he is interested for this profile or not. Everyone can assume that. Okay, so now we have. We have seen then what are the technological preparation we have to prepare before the interview, and what are the practical preparation we have to prepare. Next thing is the practice. It means what kind of question are there. For those we have to do lots of practice. So these are some questions. Not there's some question. There is one question. It means in each and every interviews, virtual interviews or no, formal interview, normal interview. So the first question is introduce yourself. Okay. So you have to prepare, you have to do lots of practice for this particular question, how to introduce yourself. Okay. So work on your pitch. You have to, if you are humble in 2-3 times, so you just do practice, you just write it down your introduction, just try to speak 2-3 times. So at least you can prepare, or you can interact with the person. Then this is my interview. I'm from this side and this. So your pitch is should be in the flow. Okay, so you have to do a lot of practice on the first question. Minimum for the first question, that is the introduce yourself. Then after that, the remaining question, that it depends on your job profile or as per your resume. Okay, so mostly question is interviewer can ask from your resume. So you have to just go through your resume once. The second thing, you have to do a lots of practice. At least ask 1 or 2 questions from the interviewer also when your interview is completed, or maybe in middle. You can ask 1 or 2 questions. So at least the HR, he is also assured. Okay, so he is already do some research about our company or about the job role. So that do the positive impact to the interviewer if you ask some question to them. Okay. So the next thing, when things don't go as planned. Okay, so you are doing a lot of practice, lot of preparation before the interview. You have to do this thing, you have to do the technology check, then practical check, environment check, lighting check, all these things. But suppose if something happens, so your video is interrupted in middle of the interview, maybe your audio interruption, noise interruption. So there is lots of interaction in between, or if someone enters in your room. Okay, so these are the unplanned, so you have to ready for the unexpected thing. Okay, so these are not expected from your side. Okay, at the time of my interview, maybe my video is distracted, or my video is interrupted. So how you behave at that time, that shows 1 or 2 quality. Okay, so first thing, you have to be calm. Maybe in 1 or 2 minutes your video is started, your audio, maybe some problem in your microphone, so they can start in 1 or 2 seconds. So first thing you have to do, be calm, then master the platform. It means you have some knowledge about that app, in which app you are going your interview, you're performing your interview. You have to know about, okay, from where we have to start the audio, video, or pause, and these points. Okay, and just prepare some handy notes as well. Suppose in the video is not there, so at least you have some points. Okay, these points we have already discussed, now we have to perform on this, and we have to discuss these things. So you have to prepare for unexpected thing as well. Okay, so yeah. So there is one more point. When the things is not as per your plan at the time, this is a plus point, but not every time you have to perform these things, but this is a positive point for you. It means in this situation, in the critical situation, how to handle that situation, that is also make a good impact on the in the HR. Okay, so if any situation is occur where the student is not already prepared for this, so how to handle. So this is also shows your one of the part of your behavior. Okay, then next, when you towards the ending of your interview, so just be smile and be presentable in the whole of the interview process. Okay, and you can ask to the interviewer, okay, what are the next process. Now your interview is already done, but what is the next process, in how many days I just know about the result, is there any further round of interview, or maybe. So you can ask to the interviewer some of the question. Okay, what is the next process? And when your interview is done, you can send them a thank you mail, that thank you sir for your time which you have shared with me for the interviews. Okay, and maybe 2 or 3 days you can do the follow-ups, not on the same day, just same day, or maybe in 24 hours you can share the thank you mail to the interviewer. Okay, so thank you for the time. And maybe in 2 or 3 days, if your result is not there, if you are still waiting for the result, so after that you can follow up for your interview result. Okay, so these are the some topic or some preparation. It means for the virtual interview, what kind of preparation you have to require for these kind of interview, the technology based preparation, then some practical based preparation, what questions do for the practice, and how to perform. But there are some more points. It means what are the do's or don't do point for the video interview round. Okay, so first we discuss what are the do's point, what are the points we have to perform. Okay, so we have to plan, prepare positive, and be confident about our interview. Okay, so you already know about the interview, the profile, on which profile you have applied, for which company you have applied. You already do lots of research for this, so you have to be confident about your interview. Okay, try to make the eye contact with the HR, and your body language should be good. Okay, you are not very casual, you just sitting on the chair, just left and right you are moving. So these are not the proper behavior. How to sit, it means where as you sit into the actual interview, the virtual interview is also same. The HR, they are looking at you. Okay, so just be in the proper body language. So engagement with the HR. Okay, he is asking something, so you have to do answer in the proper way, and try to engage the HR in your question answer round, and show the good energy. Is not okay, yes sir, my name is this. No, you have to be in the good energy. So HR is also okay, he is very energetic person. So these are some points you have to remember at the time of your interview. Be passionate. If he are asking, or if he or she is asking something, so just wait of the proper question, what he are asking, listen to properly. After that, try to give the answer. Okay, so be patient, stay relaxed, just calm. When your turns will come, at that time you just give the answer. Don't interrupt in between. Okay, then communicate confidence, which you know. Suppose he asked 4 to 5 question or 1 or 2 question you don't know, so just confident you can say, sir, I don't know this question, can we move on the next question. Okay, so be confident towards the interview process, and be in positive attitude. Just show your positive attitude there. Yes, you are ready for this profile, and you are interested for the job profile. So the interviewer can easily see, okay, he and she, they are very much interested for this uh, profile or for this interview. Okay, and there are some points. These don't perform at the time of your interviews. Okay, don't be late. Okay, if your time is for 3 to 4, so you have to be ready on your time. In on the same time you have to prepare. It means don't be late at your interview time. Then don't interrupt to the interviewer. It means if interviewer is asking any question to you, so don't interrupt in between. Just listen properly. After that you can answer. Okay, then second thing, don't have an unprofessional username. Some student, they can in their DPA, when there is a the Gmail ID, they can use any floppy name and anything. So just try to avoid that. Okay, and don't refuse a video interview altogether. It means interview asking and you are refusing every time. So this is not a good behavior. You have to attempt a question. How many question you have asked, they can ask you. Just try to answer all these questions. Most of the question is try to answer. And then don't move around a lot in your chair. Okay, if you are settled down on a seat, so just try to settle down and just give the answer of the seat. Don't get distracted by anyone. Okay, so if there is any tab or anything open, so don't get distracted. Okay, and skip flipper words. Flipper word, it means, just wait a minute, 2 students are coming. Okay, don't use flipper word, filler words. Okay, so don't use that kind of word too much. So try to avoid such kind of word. Okay, so these are some do's or don't do points from my side. And now we have completed this webinar. Okay, so thank you all of you. And if you have any questions, any query, you can ask. And I just want to summarize what topics we have covered till now, because I think 1 or 2 students, they just enter right now. Vivo V2055. Who's this? Could you please tell me your name?
My name is Avik Shah.
Okay, okay, okay. Dekho, your name is
No,
Aviksha,
I'm
but
from the
in
beginning. I'm attending the class from the beginning.
okay, oh, okay, okay, fine, 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 no problem. Okay, so I just want to summarize. First thing, what are the virtual interview? We have discussed what are the virtual interview, what are the stages, different stages. We have to do the preparation before the interview. What kind of preparation we have to do? Lots of research we have to do up, as per the company, as the job role and the profile. And in ongoing process, what kind of interview or what kind of behavior they can check after the interview, what things we have to remember, then what kind of technological preparation we have to do, then some general things and the practical things we have to remember about the background, the dress, your attires, and your body language, and all these things. But the technology preparation is the first thing that you have to prepare for these as well. Okay. After that we have discussed some do's or don't do points, and then practice. We have to do lots of practice when in terms of question answer round. It means when we show there is one question, introduce yourself. So this is everyone. It means when any kind of interview, the first question is introduce yourself. So you have to prepare for this question. You have to do lots of practice for this. So now this is all about the virtual interview, what kind of preparation you have to require and all. So if someone have any question, any doubt, so we can discuss right now. One by one, you can ask anything. Hello. Am I audible? I have completed all the topics and slide. Now I'm asking for the hello. Yes, yes, yes. I think Nilesh Joshi, you want to say something? Yes, Nilesh. Hello. Hello. Is there anyone, any student who want to ask something? Yes, yes. Shivam Gupta. Yes, Shivam, tell me.
Can you share the screen?
Hello. Yes, Shivam. Yeah, Nilesh Joshi is also online. He's also looking. Yes, you can ask. I'm not able to ask you.
I don't have any questions. I understood everything that you said. Thank you.
Am I audible? Nilesh and Shivam, can you hear me properly? You can type. You can send the chat on the chat box. You can also type your questions if you have any questions.